Okay, this is the final section in the TYG This Youth Generation Youth Employment Development Training, How to Keep the Gig, how to get a job and how to keep it. Now, getting a job is one thing, keeping a job is something totally different. This section, you will not only learn how to maintain your employment, but you'll learn how to maintain and elevate within that organization and be that ideal employee. Your professional image is valuable, guarded like money. And unfortunately, many young people who are new to the workforce do not have the skills necessary to maintain their employment, and they damage their professional reputation in the process. Now, these are real statistics. 65% of young people or youth ages 25 and under will lose their jobs within the first 3 months of employment. Those are horrible numbers. Why put all that work into developing a relationship and maintaining your professional image and representing yourself to lose all that credibility by damaging all that you worked for by losing that job within a 3 month period? Those are really serious but horrible numbers. 65% of 100 people, 65% are going to lose that job. That probationary period is also sometimes called the introductory period. It's usually 90 days or 3 months. That's when an employer will determine whether you're going to make it or not, whether you're going to maintain that position or not. You have 3 months to prove yourself worthy of maintaining that employment. And unfortunately, 65% of young people do not make the cut. They actually lose that position within that 3 month period. Now, as you notice here also shows 45% of those who are above 25 to 35, those numbers decrease a little bit to about 45%. Still not great, but you notice the older a person gets, the more likely they will hang on to those jobs. Now, why is that? Well, when people are more mature, they maintain a little bit more value in their employment. Case in point, I was one of those individuals, between 19 and 22, I was one of those individuals. I was one of those 65% of young people who lost their jobs. I lost several jobs. I lost many jobs, and I just didn't have that value. I didn't care. Like, no, I put it frankly, I just didn't give a damn. The whole purpose of a job at that time in my life was for me to have the resources and money to do what I wanted to do on the weekend. That was the whole purpose of the job. So I had no value. I couldn't care less. I thought I knew everything. I didn't care about how I represented myself. And unfortunately, I lost several jobs. Then something happened at age 22, changed my whole mentality about life and the world itself. Happened to a lot of young people in the early 20s. You know, you start getting into relationships, and then something happens, bingo. What do you think it was? I had a child. My son was born at age 22. I had to leave college early. I had to think differently about how I represented myself. It was a game changer. Instantly, playtime was over. I had to man up. I could not afford to lose another job because I was not only responsible for myself, but I was responsible for another new little human being. So it really changed my whole perspective on life. Like I said, it was a game changer. Now, I don't want you to be that's a desperation or something drastic to happen for you to maintain your employment. It shouldn't take something drastic like that. This course will give you the skills necessary to not only maintain your job, but be that ideal employee throughout your working career. So what are some of the main reasons young people lose their jobs? The main reasons for terminations. The top 3 reasons young people lose their jobs is for, number 1, poor attitude, poor attendance, and poor work ethic. These are some of the top 3 reasons young people or new employees lose their jobs within the first 3 months of employment. And this training will help you navigate around those issues that lead to termination. You will not only maintain your employment, you will also be an ideal employee.